Max, they've thought about it. This is a miracle. It's quite an emotional moment. Are you worried about missing out on deliveries, or do you find that your delivery driver does that really annoying thing where they leave your box in front of the door and then it's just a matter of luck as to whether it gets nicked or not by some of the local tow rags who seem to be everywhere in this country at the moment? Well, we've got a solution and I'm gonna fit it. I've not been paid to do this or anything like that. I saw this online. It's a small company, just a dude on his own trying to make something work. It is, as you can see, the iParcel box. Now, you can get two different types. One has an integrated battery in it, which according to some of the Amazon reviews I've read, lasts like 8 weeks plus, which is really good. But I went out and bought the one that is wired up because, I don't know, I might go away. I might be lucky enough to go away for more than 8 weeks in my life. So what this does, it uses an app and also this button here, so you can allow entry for people when things are being delivered. So you can press the button on the front and it will unlock. The delivery person can put the stuff in there. There's a little thing they can scan in there and then they can shut it and it will lock straight away. But also if you're going out and you're expecting a delivery, you can set it to be unlocked anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install it here in my house. I'm gonna show you how I set it up on the app, and hopefully I'm going to get something delivered. I don't know what I'm going to order, but I'm going to have to order something so we can see it being delivered. With any luck, I might even have a chat with the delivery driver to see what they think about it, if there's any other houses that have these, and whether they think it's a good idea or not. So without further ado, let's get installing this beast and let's hopefully negate that worry of having stuff stolen off my doorstep. Here we go. Well, guys, just a second. I bought this on Amazon because I wanted it for my own home. So I was like, Max, let's film a video about installing this fantastic beast. I sent it to the guys at iParcel Box and they loved it so much. They were so happy with the video. They said, would you like to offer your followers a discount voucher code of 5% if they buy it through this video? Let's get on with the video. Oh, it's heavy, isn't it? So it weighs quite a bit. I mean, it's built like a goddamn brick poo-poo. Good luck with the light, Max. Got Michael in the background here today doing a bit of work as well. Brother-in-law owes me a favour or two, which is why he's here. Now, my Wi-Fi router is pretty much the other side of this wall, okay? What I would say is a really good idea is you try to somehow power it up quickly and get it all set up on the app and everything and put it in the position where you want it to work in. So you know then that it's getting a good Wi-Fi signal. This might look like a normal wall here, but this has metal lath in it, which can affect Wi-Fi signals. The first thing I recommend you do before you even install the iParcel box is download their app and then follow the simple instructions to set up an account like you normally do with this sort of thing. Find the QR code that's inside the physical instructions that come with the iParcel box, scan that and follow all the instructions. Effectively, what you want to do is power up the iParcel box using a temporary power supply, get in there, tell it all about your Wi-Fi codes and all that sort of stuff, get it signed up with your Wi-Fi, and then once you've done that, you can actually site it where you would like to install it and make sure then that the Wi-Fi signal works really well by quickly using the app, which is very straightforward. They kind of expect you, I think, to be putting this on a nice flat surface or even lifting it up and popping it into a wall like so it goes back into a wall. Because I've got this kind of sandstone bottom, I'm going to actually mount this on two little legs made of some uni struts, so it's off the ground, and that means then I think it's just going to be a little bit better if it gets wet or anything like that. It's off the ground, it gets a nice sort of run of air underneath it as well. The next thing I'll do before we go down to installing it or anything like that is get my power cable and make sure that it's going to be long enough. So if I just pop this up end on like so, plug it in here like so. So just under 3 meters long, 298 centimeters. Let's face it, it's 3 meters, isn't it, right? Also, because it's going to be on Unistrut, I am going to be able to get it back quite nicely, so it's about this far back. So we want to make sure there's a nice gap here, so when it gets lifted up, when the door lifts up, it doesn't bang into the house. I did that bit there with the digger. But also, so we've got the movement there, so the hinge has got the actual space here, so it can open up okay. If I can get that to about there, then I've got enough to go through the wall and plug it in. I think the first thing I should do is actually get that hole drilled, and then we know exactly where that can go. When you're drilling holes in walls, especially if they're going outside or you've got render, you want to try to drill from the outside in, but you want to make sure that when you're outside drilling in, you're not, drilling into the back of your TV or something like that. The best way of doing that is to find a fixed point that's fixed outside and inside that you can see. Usually what I'd do is use the corner of a window like we've got here. It's the same window that's outside, believe it or not, and they're within sort of 10-15mm tolerance difference because of the thicknesses of the window frame and things like that. Our box is down there outside. We're going to run our power cable outside, up and in behind the TV. That's where we're going to hide it. And look at that, we've got a power supply there. So I'm going to try and stay away from that as much as I can. And we're going to try to come out roughly like this height maybe. I've decided, all right, it's my house, I do what I like. So if we come over 6 inches from the corner of the window and then about 15 inches down, we'll know then that we're roughly there. I'm going to get a pencil and mark it and see how close I get. How close do we get to that? I actually remember Jordan doing this on Artisan Electrics. He's actually done this in his video, hasn't he, Max? So I'm just going to pop this on here. We're going to go 6 across and 15 down. It's about there. Very quickly as well, just going to grab a spirit level and make sure that that's all right. Oh look, there's a nice little stabila here that my brother-in-law's left hanging about. So let's get the spirit level there. Right, that's where we're going to drill our hole through. Here we go. How near am I to my hole? So whenever you're running holes through a wall, and especially if you're going to be putting a wire through that hole, most walls have twin cavities, don't they? And if you're going to put that wire in, it's going to get caught up in the middle cavity. It's going to be a nightmare to get through, okay? So your best bet is to pop something like this through. Probably just cut that about here, but I'm going to make sure it's sticking through first before I do cut it. Don't want to cut it too short. Right, look at that, sticking out miles. Because I don't want to waste it, I'm just going to push this back. About there. Okay, we'll just have that sticking out slightly. We're succeeding here. We're doing something. Hopefully my wife will be happy by the time it's finished and I might get dinner tonight. Right, you guys probably don't have cutters like this, but you know, I do. Lovely. When we're finished with this job, we will put silicone around these. God, that's lovely and tight through there. We can now get our little USB plug. Now this actually, just so you know, I plugged this into one of those power banks and it worked on a power bank for about 2 weeks, a week. So just so you know, you can do that as well. So just going to pop that in there. And look how easy that is to thread into the house now because we've done that preparation. God, I hope it reaches. Clip to there, clip to there. I just want to see how much is sticking out. She comes with a little plug as well. Look at this. This is exactly right. It's just spot on. Look at that. Just so I know exactly where my wire is, so because we're going to be moving things about a bit, I'm just going to pop this bit of tape on here. So if it goes in and out a bit, I know that this tape is exactly where it needs to be. Bit of advice for you as well, if you're going to run a wire down a wall and then into it, do what this guy here has done. And then you run it up below and then up into the wall. So then any water and that's on the pipe isn't sort of conducted into the house. Just look as well, that's why right here, why you drill from the outside in, not the inside out. You blow a massive hole off like that. I didn't do that. The lovely people at Sky did. And I'm just about to cancel my subscription as well. Off to Now TV, much cheaper. And I can watch the golf. Right, so I've opened the box up. And then if we look in the top here, there's 4 holes that go through the back and also down into the ground. We are going to go down into the ground, and like I said a minute ago, but when we started this video, I'm actually going to raise this up a bit by putting it on a few bits of uni-strut. I actually set these myself. There's a lot of concrete under here, so we should get a really good fixing and a nice point for this to kind of sit on. Let's do it. Did that on my iPhone, yeah? Did that on my watch, my iWatch. I can unlock this from my iWatch without even getting my phone out. You know what? They actually have put little legs. They've thought about it. This is a miracle. Max, they've thought about it. They've put little legs with it. It's quite an emotional moment. Don't know what that is. Probably should read the instructions. Shall I read the instructions, Max? Shall I be a woman and actually read the instructions? I'm not a man. Doesn't say anything about it. Oh well. The instructions don't say anything about this O-ring, so maybe I put it in there. You never know. The amount of stuff that comes in and out of my hands when I'm out and about doing stuff. They have done a fixing template, so you don't have to mark the holes out like I have. You can actually use this fixing template here and pop that on the floor. Yep, and that will give you somewhere to screw to. You know exactly that you're doing it completely correctly there. I'm really impressed that they've left spaces like that. I now don't need to use my uni-strut. Amazing. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do, they have kindly supplied these lovely big screws here that have got Torques on top. So Torque is kind of a star fitting, and they even supply the little Allen key, the Torque Allen key I suppose you'd call it, or the L-shaped Torque key to wind them in. But I'm not going to use these on here, purely because I just like using the screws that I'm used to, which sounds a bit weird, but I'm a tradesman and we are weird people. So there we go, let's get it in. We'll start off on a 5.5 and then make that a little bit bigger. One day I'm going to find a way of organising these in a better way. So like I said, start off with a small one. This is a 5.5 and then I'm going to go up to a 7 because I'm using brown plugs. Let's do it, baby. Most people aren't going to do this next bit, but I'm going to do it anyway because it just allows your plugs to get a really good old grip in there. I've got silicone all over this drill bit now. When the screw goes in, that'll drag down into the plug, and we'll get a better fitting. Right, this is plugged in. I need to open it, yeah? So I'm just going to press the button. Delivery request, there it is. Allow delivery. Boom. That's pretty sturdy, man. Right, while we're here, they also supply kindly these little bungs here. These will just go in the holes that we didn't use at the back, like that. So some of you are probably going to be saying, well, they could just nick the box. And that's true, but it's a lot harder than them just nicking your delivery off the doorstep, isn't it? And have you seen that video of that person who gets their stuff thrown onto the roof of their house when the delivery driver is trying to get it through their window? I mean, fun as it is, maybe what I'll do is install one of these on my roof and see if they can get it in. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it. Really, really good. So that is it. It's there. Done. I mean, if someone wants to nick that, then good luck to them. Yeah, they're going to make a hell of a racket doing it, and they're probably going to have to nick that 800 by 600 slab of Indian sandstone with it, especially once all that stuff dries. It's not moving anywhere. So well impressed. These are probably the wrong ones. Well, they are the wrong ones, but this is better than nothing. And I might replace them. Honest. Look, whoever made this box, if you can invent a better one of these, you'll make a hell of a lot of money, because these are just a nightmare. Over the road are getting a delivery right now. We're going to see if we can grab him and just ask the delivery driver what he thinks about one of these. Excuse me, mate. Have you got 2 seconds? Sorry? Have you got 2 seconds to ask you a question? Yeah. I've just had one of these special iParcel delivery boxes. I've just fitted one. Can you just have a look at it? Have you used one?
Yeah, usually.
So one of these, you've seen these before about?
No, actually I saw the bigger ones, but never this one.
So you'd be happy like pressing that, or you just try and open it? If you went up to it, you'd be happy using it?
Well, if it's saying to press the button, I will press the button.
And then wait, because it comes up on here.
Yeah.
But, so if you press that now, go on, give it a go. Let's give it a go. Come on, I want to see you press it. I've got my phone here.
Oh, so I have to... Oh, and you're gonna receive the...
Yeah, and there it is.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll go allow delivery.
Yeah.
That'll go green. You lift that up, put it in, and then...
That's actually amazing. You just have to make sure that you're gonna make a knot, press the button and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe what I do on there is like, wait.
Yeah.
Please. Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Have a good day. From the horse's mouth, he just said, what did you say? Amazing, didn't you?
That's actually amazing.
Just knowing you've done something right. So these are the only tyre wraps I've got. I'm going to waste quite a lot of these tyre wraps. Usually I use them on people, but moves, but ain't going to go nowhere. Put this up, be nice to it, otherwise Mick will cry. You've hurt much to Bella. Some of you are going to be like, he owns a tuk-tuk. Why? One day tuk-tuks are going to be the thing. I want to clean it off with my finger, but I know what's going to happen. More waterproof jeans, look at that. Rub it in. That whole section's waterproof now, look at that. So they supply 2 stickers. I could put it there. I mean, I'd love to be able to fit it on that doorbell. I don't think it's going to fit on that too well. So if we get that on there, I mean, they're not going to not notice that, are they? The system is very responsive. I've tested it loads of times. Emily's going to be like, I wouldn't have put it there. Shall we get her out and see what she says? Yeah. Emily, I need you to come and have a look at something. Do you think that's all right where the sticker is there?
Yeah, I guess so. You can put it on there. One on there.
I could put one on there, actually, you're right. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. I think I could win. And the numbers I'm going to use are Emily's birthday. Thing is, people don't read stuff, do they, sometimes? I don't always answer the door. Please leave my parcels in the iParcel box. Pop a little arrow on here as well. I can drill holes, I can fit stuff, but I get worried when I'm doing an arrow on camera. Every TV thing covers a multitude of sins, doesn't it? So you're looking at my screen here now. If I was about to go out for the day, the box is currently in the lock position. If I was expecting a delivery, I would now press the allow delivery button, and this is now unlocked, just ready. It's empty, unlocked. So when the delivery man comes around, sees my little sign, my little arrows, they'll come around here. It says, it shows green already on this. And it says on here, if the light flashes red, please wait for the owner to remotely unlock. And I press the button, okay? But if it's green, they don't need to. It's green already. They know then they can lift it up like that. They put something in there and then it will go down like that. And look, I've got a notification, a parcel has been delivered that quickly. I know I'm on the same Wi-Fi, but I did try this away when I was a couple of miles away on another Wi-Fi network, and it worked really, really quick as well, and it also worked pretty damn quick on 4G. So now I've got a delivery, I know that. If I came back now, I could press the empty box button like that and unlock it, yeah, get out what I want, and now it says, oh, it's there, ready for delivery. So it also comes up, look, iParcel box, the box has been emptied. Yeah, so now I can allow for delivery again if I like, and that's it. Someone comes along, puts something in there, boom, it's now locked. Later on that day, another guy comes along, presses the button, comes up, parcel delivery requested. So I can press the notification, come to this page and press allow delivery, like that, boom, there we go, they put that in, and we've got 2 things in there. An additional parcel has been delivered. I think you get the idea, don't you? Yeah. And I come home at the end of the day, empty box, get all my stuff out, and that's it. There are a load of other things you can do on the app. There's an upgrade. You can link it up with cameras as well. So if you've got like some of the big sort of camera manufacturers out there that do like home CCTV stuff, or as I call it, very positive Spanish television, CCTV. That's just the worst joke ever, isn't it, Max? CC. So you can link it up with things like cameras outside, so you can actually see someone delivering it. You could talk to them at the same time as well and say, look, can you please use the thing around the corner? I'll let you in. I do have Nest cameras on this house, and I'll be able to tell them that round by the door if they're sort of confused by this. But generally, you've probably noticed that after a while, you do get the same delivery drivers like DPD and the other, we mainly have DPD around here, UPS, all those big delivery firms. I'm gonna kill him. Should we kill him? I'll beat him to death with this Stabila. You do generally get the same delivery driver from the same company doing the same routes again and again and again, and they're just gonna, after a while, know about this. Hopefully when you don't answer the door, they can use this instead. The other thing, I tend to lend quite a lot of things to my mates, And it's nice to know now that if I'm out and they come round to drop something off, because they're usually borrowing tools off me or random bits and pieces, they can come around here, press that and leave it safely in here, which means I don't have to sit with them for half an hour having a cup of coffee and it ruining the production of my day. So there you go, you've seen how easy it is to install one of these, you've seen how responsive the app is, how nice they are, you know, you can just have them down there, the safety it gives you, the peace of mind that you're not really ever going to miss a delivery again if it can fit in this box. And if it can't fit in that box, if you're going to type in there, or it won't take the deliveries that I usually get, then it's not big enough, is it, for you? Yeah, that's your own fault. Don't get beds delivered to your house all the time. Go and buy one properly from a shop. I'm really impressed with it. I'm looking forward to knowing that I can go out and not miss deliveries. Coming back, finding stuff in there, bottles of wine and that from fans. That'd be nice. But great work, guys, getting this developed, getting it installed. If you want to get it yourself, Amazon links below. Click on that. We do make a tiny bit of commission out of it, but it doesn't change the price for you, and it really, really helps the channel to grow. But before you go, I think you should watch this video here now about something else that's incredibly interesting, and I'm sure you will enjoy. See you soon. Mwah! Oh my God. Right, Amazon just came to deliver something. They didn't even ring the doorbell. They've just left it in here. They left it in the box. I'm so happy.